Hi everyone, welcome to week 1 of Mobile App Portfolio 1. And in this video, video 2, you should have just watched the intro, learned a bit about who I am and how to use Blackboard. This video, we're going to cover a bit about the course outline, the syllabus, and some expectations for this course with projects, assignments, when to submit, plagiarism, and all that good stuff. So please enjoy this video and feel free to pause it at your leisure, go back, listen to stuff, write things down, whatever you find helpful. So here we are on Blackboard on the landing page, what you're going to see. And I'm just going to take you guys to the course information section on the left-hand side panel. So I know I covered this in the first section. So here you click course information, and this is where we find everything we need to know about the course, about me, my email, if you need to get a hold of me, the course outline and the syllabus, and then my GitHub. So I'm just going to open these here. You can see that they're just going to open up in a new tab. So that's the course outline, and then the syllabus here. I'm just going to open right there. So we're going to go through the course outline first, and then we're going to go through the syllabus, all right? Cool. So here, this is given to us by Georgian College itself. I don't make this. This is legally what is required to be covered in the class. It's the government expectations for the education of MDEV 1012 Mobile App Portfolio 1 with the learning outcomes. And you will see everything that we go through. There's going to be course description, passing grade percentage, etc. So let's just get into this. So remote delivery is now available for this course. Scrolling down, all of this stuff doesn't really matter. You guys are postgraduate level. There's your course number, and let's see here, 42 hours of course work is what we're going to be covering. We're going to do labs, combinations, lectures, remote delivery, and traditional if we can get back in person. And then down here, you're going to see some of the course content that will be covered. So the description of the course, I just want to read this to you guys so you understand. Students start to create a portfolio of artifacts to document their application development skills, as well as the other abilities and activities related to the mobile application industry. Students begin their initial engagement in community service learning and entrepreneurial activities designed to enhance their project work. All right, so course content, we're going to learn how to publish to the Google Play Store, publishing to the Apple App Store, domain name registration for a website, and web hosting, content management systems, and then supporting your apps after you've developed them. Cool. So this course is going to be 60% for passing grade, and it's comprised of 60% assignments and 40% projects. So there's no tests. I will do some weekly lab or like learning evaluations where it's not exactly a test, but it's maybe a quiz of some stuff we covered for a really small percentage. But there won't be any midterm tests or exams or anything like that. So in terms of assignments, we're going to have a couple assignments and a couple big major projects, but all of this stuff is just work-based. So there's no tests, so you guys can kind of relax about that. Cool. Tests and examinations must be written at the time specified. Requests for adjustments must be made before that to the faculty member, which is me. Failure to do so will result in a mark of 0. So if you can't make a test, if you can't finish an assignment or a project in time, just let me know. I'm really lenient with due dates, and if you get busy, I totally understand that. And if you just ask for a couple days in advance notice, don't ask me the day of. But if you say a couple days before the due date, like, hey, this is going to be a lot more work than I was expecting, or I got busy because I had to work, whatever, I had something going on in my personal life, I'll give you a couple extra days. We're not talking about weeks extra here, or like you can just do everything in the last week of the semester, but a couple extra days for you to finish it and do those finishing touches to make it work, then that's totally fine. All right, cool. Academic appeal. So you can appeal a mark or an assignment on a test if there is missing or incorrect information. And you cannot appeal a final grade. So that's the only thing there. Cool. So some of this stuff is just another thing of minimum of 60% needed. So we'll just skip over that. These are the most important things I would say on this page, on this document, the course learning outcomes. So on successful completion of this course, all of the students will reliably demonstrate the ability to prepare or publish mobile applications to an online store. So that's the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. So we're going to introduce that. We're going to reinforce it, meaning we're just going to cover it so that you guys understand it fully. And then we're going to assess it. So there will actually be an assignment or a project that involves that in the assignment. Cool. Creating a website to support mobile applications. So this is going to be like your portfolio website that we're going to create throughout the year. We're going to introduce that. We're going to talk about that. And then there will be a project associated with it where I actually can mark your portfolio website. You're going to complete the development cycle for a mobile application. So that's cool. You're going to do the SDLC development cycle. If you don't know what that is, we'll cover it in this week of learning. But you're going to do that for mobile application, which basically just means you're going to follow some steps that are guidelines made by communities out there that are relatively agreed upon in the development community for making mobile apps. And you're going to document it as you go, and then we're going to make a project about it. So introduce, reinforce, and assess. And then the last one here, researching, designing, and developing a mobile application idea. So that's kind of the whole basis of this course. We're going to make a mobile app, and you're going to basically make a portfolio that brags about your mobile app. So you're going to research and design and come up with this awesome idea and document it. And that's going to be one of the projects or one of the assignments. And then you're actually going to build it and make that really cool project. You might not finish it all the way, but the most amount of work you can do on it to get that done and fully fleshed out is going to be better for you, because then you're going to have an awesome app that you can show to people and be like, hey, I want to be employed here. Look at what I built. Look at my portfolio of awesome work that I created. So that's what's so awesome about this course is you're basically making something that you can brag about yourself later to an employer. Cool. So let's talk about the syllabus now. So meeting time location online Friday 3 to 5 p.m. And the course description we already read, but you guys are creating a portfolio of artifacts to document your application and development skills. So basically, again, really awesome for you guys because it's not like, oh, we have to learn this coding language, blah, blah, blah. Yes, that's a really practical thing. This is also a really practical thing, but it's not like learning a coding language. You basically just get to make your own portfolio and website and brag about, oh, look at this awesome project I made, and look at this awesome project I made, and look at, I understand how to do the design, I understand how to do the user interface and the user experience, and I know that these buttons and colors should be integrated together, and I'm bragging about how good I am, and look at my website, and hire me, because this is my skill level, basically is what you're doing in this course, which is really applicable to real world stuff with getting hired and looking for a job in mobile application development. So you're going to also begin initial engagement in community service and learning. That's going to be more semester 2 stuff and entrepreneurial activities, designing to enhance your project work. Cool. There's my email again. So if you can't find it in the faculty information section on the course information section in Blackboard, it's right here. And then if you want to schedule an appointment with me, just do it by email. It's the easiest way for me to do it. I'm typically available in the mornings from Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday because I teach on the other days. But if you email me in a couple days notice, I'll get back to you guys from my email within 48 hours during weekdays. I won't respond to emails on weekends. So if you email me on a weekend, I'm not going to respond. But if you email me on a weekday, I try to get back within a couple days. And if you want to meet up, then usually I am totally free and able to do that with you guys. Cool. Expectations for success. So this is where we kind of talk about what I'm hoping this course is going to be with you guys and what I'm going to bring to the table, what you're going to bring to the table. So for me, I'm going to be prepared for class. I'm going to be posting these videos or coming to a live class and giving you guys content that you can follow along with, as well as labs and readings and tons of good stuff for you to learn. I'm going to be giving you as much real life context and examples that I can from my own experience and from people that I know in the industry's experience. I'm going to encourage you and answer your questions, and we're going to get you guys to, understand everything that we want to cover in this class. We're going to find out the answers to the questions that I don't know. So if you ask me something and I have no idea about it, we're going to still figure it out together, which is going to be cool. We're going to set out clear standards and expectations for your work. So all the assignments and the projects, we're going to cover those, and you guys are going to know exactly what I'm expecting. And then I'm going to try to present the course material in as interesting and engaging of a manner as I possibly can. I know we're remote. I know that it's very distant and you guys are just sitting back in your sweatpants, eating your dinner while you watch these videos. That's okay. That's kind of the times right now, but I'm going to try to be as engaging as possible and cover interesting material for you guys. This is our course, so I'm very open to feedback. I do a feedback review at the end of the year with all my students, and I encourage you guys to be as honest as possible because it just makes this program and this course better and better each year for the students that are following you guys. So now it's your turn. What's your responsibility? What are you guys going to do? I really want you guys to attend class regularly. So if I am doing live streams and I'm putting that hard work in every week to bring you stuff, material and stuff to look at, I really want you guys to show up to those live classes. I get that life gets in the way sometimes and you might not make it a week or two, but if there's only one or two people coming every single week and then the rest of the class is just doing everything online, I'm not going to do the live streams anymore and I'll just do asynchronous content because it doesn't make sense for me to spend that much time live if no one's coming to it. All right. So we're working in this together. We're gonna do it the best way that you guys learn. So if you guys do learn asynchronously, then we'll do more material that way. It just depends on how I prepare it. So I can do live classes, I can do asynchronous classes, I can do both. But I do really appreciate it if I'm doing and putting in the time to be there live. I want you guys there live with me so you can ask those questions and I can answer it right away. Cool. Ask for help as often as you require it. So if you're confused, um, I'm always happy to answer any questions. No question is going to be, refused. I'm not going to not answer it. So always ask me for help. I want to help you guys out as much as possible. This one's a big one. Start assignments early so that you have time to get help if needed. So a lot of students, they leave stuff off, and I was totally like this when I was in school, but it's really important to try to get on top of these early because you're going to get a ton of assignments from your other classes too. So either get on their assignments early or get on my assignments early, but don't leave every assignment to the last minute because then you're going to have assignments late in my class and in other professors' classes, and it's just going to be a gong show. So just spread them out so that you can do everything in an even workflow. There's going to be quite a lot of assignments in this class because there's no tests or exams or final midterms. So just so you know, if you look down a little bit lower on the page, you can see there's 5 assignments and 2 major projects. So that is a lot of work and it will require a lot of time. You're building an awesome portfolio of your work. So leave time, leave space to work on these things. Start them early so that you're not leaving everything to the end because the end product's going to be affected if you just do it all last minute. Cool. Check the Blackboard site and your email regularly so you don't miss out on announcements. If I am going to be doing class live one week or not, I'll let you guys know through the announcements in an email. Understand how you learn so you can learn more efficiently and enjoy the process. So sometimes there's going to be things that are challenging. If you can't get your app uploaded to the App Store and it's getting rejected or whatever, don't get frustrated. It's completely normal. Just like when you're learning a new music instrument and you want to smash the guitar over a boulder or something, you know, you keep on doing it until you can learn that musical instrument. You keep on doing it, and then when you conquer the problem, the success feels so good and it's so worth it. So don't give up, don't get discouraged. Just persevere through it, and we'll get there together. Okay. Cool. So moving down. One last thing. If you do email me, use a descriptive subject so I can kind of remember what the email's about. It just helps me organize them. Put your full name in it, and then just be as descriptive as you can about the problem you're having in your email. Sometimes I get emails that are very like, how do I say it? Not worded well, and it's just a screenshot of their problem or their error, and it's just like, help. And I'm like, I don't know what you want me to help you with. So be as descriptive as you can, use proper English, and just ask me, describe your problem, what you're having, what you've tried, what you've looked up, and what's working, what's not working. Cool. So the breakdown of this course is going to be all assignments and projects like we've covered before. It's going to be 5 assignments and 2 projects, and we're going to split them up over an even amount of time. But basically, everything's going to kind of build together. So I know this looks like a lot right now, but project 1 and 2 build off of each other. So if you do project 1 really well, you're going to have an awesome foundation for project 2 because it's going to build off of it. Same with assignment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do the planning and the design really well in assignment 1 and 2, then your development in assignment 3 and your support and your testing phase are going to be really good in assignment 3 and 4 because you've had so much to work from. Cool. So the breakdown is pretty much 10% for every assignment, except for this assignment 3. It's going to be worth a lot more because it's a bigger assignment. And then projects 1 and 2 are also a lot bigger because they're the major projects for a cumulative mark of 100%. Cool. So here again, we cover that an overall grade of 60 is required. All assignments must be submitted at 11:59 on their due dates. So again, late submissions, I'm not super stressed about. If you're late by a day or two and you've let me know, then that's fine. I won't penalize you. If you don't let me know, then you can see right there. Late assignments receive a reduction of 20% per day. So let me know. Just send me an email. Communicate with me. Keep those lines of communication open. That lets me know that you are working on it and that you know that you're late. Okay? Because if you just submit something to me like 3 days late, that's like, okay, it was late. And that you know the penalty. It's right there, 20% per day. But if you communicate with me and you email me and you let me know what's going on and you just say like, hey, I need a couple extra days, totally no worries. That's fine. Requests or adjustments can totally be made. This says 1 week in advance. I'm not that strict. Just do a couple days in advance. That's fine for me. Cool. This one is a big one for me. So I'm pretty loose in terms of timelines when you submit assignments. Like, I don't really mind if it is a day or two late and you let me know. I'm flexible like that. But plagiarism and, academic misrepresentation of whose work is whose, that really bothers me. So I have had a lot of students over the years submit code from GitHub that's not their own code. They've used code from a classmate or code from some tutorial they found online, and they claimed that it was theirs, which is completely wrong, and there's no integrity to that. So if you make something and it is yours, you can feel pride in the fact that you made that work. If you used a tutorial and you made the work your own because you followed it, but you wrote each line of code, and as you were following the tutorial, you melded the code to be your own, and you manufactured it so that as you worked, it was creatively defined and different, and it's not the same exact code. You didn't just download, copy, paste, and then put your name on it. Then yeah, that's fine. Lots of people use Stack Overflow and GitHub for chunks of code, like little pieces. But if you take an entire project or an entire folder of someone's code and then just rename your name on it and put your project's logo, that's not cool. So you will get a 0 completely if you're caught plagiarizing and you've copied someone's work and claimed it to be your own. So please, please, please make sure all work is your own work. So this is the one thing that really bothers me. I've had tons of people in the past that have tried to get away with it, and it's pretty easy to tell when code's the same. You can use tools on GitHub to compare the files, and I can tell when it's the exact same. So don't try to get by it. Just create your own code, create your own projects. It's going to benefit you in the end anyways, because you're making this portfolio about yourself, not someone else's work. So show off what you're good at, show off your own work, and don't plagiarize, don't cheat. And yeah, work will be checked for its authenticity. So yeah, that's that. Just wanted to wrap that up and make it clear. Cool. So schedule of activities week 1 to week 14. We can see here we're going to introduce the SDLC and our app idea, our app inception this week. And then we're going to get right into it with assignment 1 next week, talking about review and design. Domain name registration and web hosting will be in week 3. And then we're going to kind of start working on adding our app design info to that website. And then that's going to be assignment 2, is making that website. Development of our app idea will be for a couple weeks, and over reading week, you'll have some time to develop your app. And then that'll be assignment 3. That's the bigger assignment where you have that development phase. Okay. Stabilization and testing is its own phase, and supporting your app. So that'll be assignment 4, which is a pretty small one. And then deployment to the Play Store is going to be your final assignment. Project 2 and Project 1 we'll talk about separately when it's time, but they're basically going to be building that portfolio. Okay, cool. So the sequence of this content could change. It's not in rock, like written in stone per se. So these things might stretch, might be compressed, depending on how we move as a class, how fast we can learn, or how much we need to slow down to make sure that everybody's on the same page. Cool? Emergency evacuation lockdown information is here. If you need any more information on it, you can read these bullet points and follow this link. Same with the lockdown information there. Cool. Sexual violence, campus closures, and then student service and supports. You can read information at these links, and you can follow these phone numbers or these links here for peer tutors or learning centers. These are really cool resources and support systems that Georgians put in place. So if you do want to use those, then I really encourage it. You can also get writing support. So for things like your website or your resume, they have a really awesome team. Math support, free help with math and math questions. I know this isn't a math course, but just putting it out there if you need the support. For accessibility services, counseling, and testing services, if you need accommodated testing, which we don't have testing in this course, but for other courses, if you need that, if they haven't talked about that, you can find them in these rooms in the B building. If you're on campus, or you can go to these web links and you can actually read more there. Cool. And then cooperative education and career success. If you need more information on co-ops, I don't think your program's a co-op program, but if you ever take a program that is, you can learn more about it here. Awesome. So that's a wrap for this course, the course outline, learning outcomes, the syllabus. We talked about all of those documents and where you can find them on Blackboard. And we also talked about the brief assignments and the briefs on the projects. So we gave a brief description of everything there, and I'm going to see how many times I can say the word brief there. We talked about what will be covered and what's expected, that work should be your own, and that assignments will be submitted roughly on time. Cool. I appreciate your time watching this video, and in video 3, we're going to jump into looking at our PowerPoint and reading some information on UML, and we'll talk about Lab 1 that you can do in class, and I'll give you some examples of work that you can expect to do in week 1. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.